guys. This is embarrassing. How long has it been? I did not forget about you guys. I've just been busy becoming an adult and taking on the next step of life. But so have a lot of you who watch, so I'm sure there is no hard feelings. What the hell are we talking about today? Well, I have been super into The Odyssey because there's that new movie coming out. Right? Yeah, there's that new movie coming out. And so I'm sure some of you might know about this. Have you guys ever heard of Epic the Musical? If you like musicals and you like The Odyssey, go ahead and give it a watch. Here's that. I will put a link to a Spotify playlist below. Because there's no, like, if you use Apple Music, there's no specific playlist, but, because it's, like, separated into different sagas. I don't know how to explain it, really. How do I explain it? I can't really explain it. I haven't got the words. I have never once in my life, referenced that. I see it probably once every couple months on Instagram Reels. I got a new tripod, so now we're social distancing now. Okay, so as you can see, don't look. Okay, listen, we're just gonna blur that. Don't look. So right here, I actually looked this up, and because I was watching not the Odyssey. I was watching Epic because people like fan make like animations of it, and it's really cool. And then I couldn't remember like certain things like Scylla's cost whenever you go through her layer, but I was like, what happens if mortals get Molly? And it's in Greek mythology, the primary consequence of a mortal acquiring Molly is physical death. According to the ancient epic tradition, the magical herb, I'm American, I can't say herb, has a black root and a milk-white flower because it is a divine plant of the gods. Pulling it from the soil is fatal to any human who attempts to do so. And then in the Odyssey, the messenger god Hermes gives Odysseus Molly, making him the sole mortal exempt from this danger. The herb successfully protected Odysseus from the sorceress Circe's magic. Guys. And allowed him to rescue his crew. Yes. 'Cause Circe went ahead and turned his men into pigs. Let's see. Why did Circe cut her hair? No. Circe turn Odysseus men into pigs. Like, she explains it. It's like explained in the musical, and I know that, but to punish them for their lack of self-control. After drugging them, she uses her magic to strip away their humanity, reflecting the theme that men who give in to base appetites and greed lose their rational minds. So she basically, because she says the words, all I did was reveal their true form. Ooh. And aren't they making a movie? Odyssey. Ah! What the hecky? Oh, we gotta do this whole thing. Odyssey. Okay. An epic poem about the Greek hero Odysseus' 10-year journey home to Ithaca after the Trojan War, filled with mythical creatures, gods and challenges while his wife Penelope fends off suitors in his absence. I thought it was 20. Okay, wait. Movie. Yeah, the Odyssey. Oh, it's... Oh. Robert Pattinson. Oh, Tom Holland's playing Telemachus. Zendaya's playing Athena? But Athena's like a big muscle mommy. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Like, I mean, okay. Alright. We'll hear it out. Matt Damon's playing Odysseus. Anne Hathaway's playing Penelope. Oh, I'm happy. What is going on? I've only heard, like, rumors. Oh. Travis Scott is gonna play in this movie? Okay. Well, it's a movie. Aren't they making... And they're making Epic an animated movie. Epic, the musical movie. Oh, I want to see the cast next because I need to put a face to all these beautiful voices. The viral fan favorite concept album, Epic the Musical, created by Jorge Rivera. I'm so sorry, I'm bad at names. I'm like bad at reading. It's bad. It's currently being developed into an animated feature film produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. The movie will adapt the serialized modern retelling of Homer's The Odyssey. The story. A modern musical reimagining the Odyssey following Odysseus on a 20-year journey to return home to his wife and son Telemachus. The sagas... Oh, I already know all this stuff. Oh, there's a video. Guys, it wouldn't be an Ella's Corner video if we didn't watch a video. What? What the heck, bro? Fine. Yes, Epic the Musical is officially getting an... That's so fun! Ooh, I'm excited. When is it supposed to come out? Release date. Does not have... Dang it! Dang it! That's okay. Alright, so I just genuinely wanted to look at some, like, Greek mythology things. Because I love Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. So, one thing that I just came up with in Epic Musical during God Games, I think that's what it's called. Something like that. Apologies to big time fans. I'm still learning. Aphrodite and Ares are like lovers. Are Aphrodite and Ares lovers? Because, yes, okay. So, I know a lot about Greek mythology, but there's also a lot of things that I don't know. So, they were deeply in love while Aphrodite was forced into an arranged marriage with Hephaestus. Ares was her truest companion in grace. Oh! Oh, sorry, I'm reading in my head. Their relationship was defined by passion and loyalty, yielding several children together, including Eros, love, Deimos, terror, Phobos, fear, and harmony. Oh, so cute. Ooh. Okay, the secret affair. Because Aphrodite was married to Hephaestus and she and Ares conducted a passionate, long-standing affair. The most famous myth detailing their romance involves Hephaestus catching them in the act using an invisible, unbreakable net and publicly humiliating them. Whoa! Hephaestus! What the heck? Despite public shame in her marriage, their bond remains strong. Ares and Aphrodite are widely considered a legendary power couple. Period. Power couple. Aw. So cute. Did Ares really... Who did Ares truly love? Ares cheat? Did Ares cheat? What? The most... I thought that was their daughter. Oh, Eros. Eos arrows. Oh, it's doing it again. It's doing it again. I'm gonna have to use my finger. Okay. The revenge. When Aphrodite found out she was consumed with jealousy, as punishment, she cursed Eos with an insatiable, rampant sexuality, dooming the dawn of the goddess to constantly fall in love with mortal men. I knew that. I did know that, but I didn't know why. I forgot why. Oh! Aphrodite was also heavily unfaithful to Ares and her husband Hephaestus, most notably engaging in a passionate affair with mortal man Adonis, which resulted in a jealous Ares killing Adonis in the form of a wild boar. You can read more about their... Wait, I think I knew this. Story of Aphrodite and Adonis. Isn't that the one where, like, he goes, like, no, it's not. Classic chart of obsessional beauty and cycle of the seasons. It centers the goddess of love's deep passion for a stunning mortal youth, which ultimately ends in his heartbreaking death and brings about the creation of the anemone? Oh, okay. Adonis grew into a passionate hunter, terrified that he might get her. Aphrodite often warned him to stay away from fierce beasts and only hunt small, harmless animals. One day, while Aphrodite was away, Adonis went hunting and encountered a wild boar. According to many versions of the myth, the boar was sent or driven by jealous Ares, who, to exact revenge, the massive beast gored Adonis, and he died from his wounds. Hearing his cries, Aphrodite rushed to his side, but arrived too late. Overcome with grief, she wept, and as her tears and the nectar she poured over him mingled with his blood, they spilled onto the earth and transformed into a crimson anemone flower. I really hope I'm saying that right. Hold on. Let's first of all, let's zoom out just a little bit. Ah! Zoom back in a little bit. Anemone flower. And look, we're back to the flowers. Oh, those are really pretty. I like those. Okay, Greek mythology. There we go. A deeply tied themes to tragic love and the cycle of seasons. Oh, well, we're just gonna go to that. Okay, I just kind of wanted to know what they look like. Sorry. Oh, I have to go back down. Where is it? Where is it again? Okay. Hearing his cries, Aphrodite rushed to his side, but arrived too late. To honor his memory and their love, Aphrodite declared that the tragedy would be commemorated. I know how to say this word. I'm just not going to be able to. Commemorated? Commemorated? Each year through a festival called Adonia, representing the fleeting nature of beauty and passion. For breakdown, I don't care about the video. Oh, but what was the one where, like, Greek myth don't turn around? Because there's one where, like, his wife dies or something. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. No. Oh, it's zooming in. Okay. Sorry, guys. The keyboard. Okay. Orpheus and Eurydice. That's right. Okay. No more using the mouse. After his wife died, Orpheus traveled to the underworld to bring her back. Hades allowed it on one condition. Orpheus must walk ahead of Eurydice and not look at her until they both reached the land of the living. When Orpheus stepped into the sunlight, he turned to share his joy, but Eurydice was still in the shadows, so she vanished back into the other world forever. The first time I learned about this one, I was like, ooh, heartbreak. That's, like, horrible. Like, it's so sad. But, like, here's the thing. He did it. He didn't, like, there were times that he, like, genuinely was about to look back, but he didn't. Because, how did she die again? How did Eurydice die? Dang it, we're not using the mouse, Ella. A fatal snake bite. That's right. Okay. That's right. What was another one I knew? Shoot. Ooh. Most famous Greek myth. There's no single most famous. Okay. The Trojan War. Yeah. The myth of Eurycus. The ultimate myth about hubris, deadly pride. The brilliant inventor Daedalus crafted wings of wax and feathers to escape the island of Crete. I'm so sorry, guys. I promise I'm not incompetent. Despite warnings, Icarus flew too close to the sun, melting his wings and plunging to his death. You've married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. Perseus and Medusa, the monster slayer. Ooh, the most iconic monster slaying myth. The hero Perseus was sent to retrieve the head of Medusa. Medusa's story on its own is horrible. She had every right. Whose gaze turned anyone to stone. With the help of the gods, he used a mirrored shield to avoid looking directly at her and successfully beheaded her. Medusa didn't deserve that. Pandora's box, the origin of evils. Pandora's box was... Girl. It's very... Explain the origins of human suffering. Pandora, the first woman created by the gods, was given a sealed jar. Commonly mistranslated as a box, but it's a jar. And explicitly told to never open it. Overcome by curiosity, she opened it, unleashing all the plagues, diseases, and sorrows into the world. She quickly closed it, leaving only hope trapped inside. See, if I get told, do not open this, obviously I'm going to want to, but am I going to? No. No. Because. No. You don't open it. Theseus and Minotaur. The Labyrinth. This famous myth explores the courage of the Athenian hero Theseus to stop human sacrifices. Theseus entered the deadly underground labyrinth built by King Minos, battled the half-man, half-bull Minotaur, and used a trail of string to find his way out of the maze. Okay, wait. I wonder how many Greek myths there are. How many Greek myths are there? It's got to be in the hundreds, right? No exact number. Oh, because they were a vast oral tradition passed down and continuously adapted by different storytellers over 100. So there's a lot. So many. They don't even know. Crazy. Crazy indeed. Okay. What is... Okay, we're going to look into Medusa's story. Real story of Medusa comes from the ancient Greek mythology, where she evolved from a terrifying natural monster into a tragic victim. Her narrative shifted dramatically between classical Greek texts, which portrayed her as a born monster, and later Roman retellings, which cast her as an abused priestess. Okay, so now I'm mad, because the Romans always gotta be a freaking copycat. The classical Greek version, in the oldest accounts such as Hesiodotus, Theogony, Medusa and her two sisters, Cithino and Euryale? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Were fearsome, snake-haired monsters called Gorgons from birth. They possessed tusks, glowing eyes, and wings, and anyone who looked at them turned to stone. Medusa was the only mortal sister among them. Ugh. Okay, the Roman version, tragic victim. The version most people know today comes from the Roman poet Ovid. In his poem Metamorphoses, Medusa was originally a breathtakingly beautiful mortal and a devoted priestess of Athena. The sea god, Poseidon, assaulted her inside Athena's temple. Enraged by desecration of her sacred space, but unable to punish a fellow god, Athena punished Medusa instead. She transformed Medusa into a hideous gorgon with venomous snakes for hair and a gaze that turned men to stone. Oh, so hold on. Why couldn't Athena punish Poseidon? Because I want to know, why couldn't she? Because he was a powerful, untouchable Olympian god and her uncle. Uncle or not, bro. Instead, she redirected her rage at the desecration of her temple into Medusa, either to punish her for breaking a vow of chastity or to grant her the protective power to avoid future harm. But you made her ugly. Why can't you do it when she's pretty? Why? Okay, wait. I want to know why the Romans copied the Greeks. What? Why did the Romans copy the Greeks? Hello. What the fuck? I'm driving home. I got off work and I went to Taco Bell because I was craving a taco, okay? And I got 3 soft tacos, 3 soft supreme tacos, and I'm excited to eat them. I pull up to the window, and this guy tells me my total. And I said, okay, is it okay if I do tap to pay? And he said, yeah, of course. You're gorgeous, by the way. And I said, thank you so much. I just got off work and I feel greasy. And he was like, no, you're gorgeous. Do you have a boyfriend? I said, I do. I didn't have the instinct to say I'm sorry, and I'm so proud of myself because I'm not sorry. I have a boyfriend. Sorry. Oh! That's actually funny. I have a boyfriend. That's it. Point blank period. I have a boyfriend. And he was like, oh man, I'm sorry. No disrespect. I said, no, it's fine. Thank you so much. Give me my tacos. And then he gives me the tacos. I'm taking them, I put them in my seat, and I'm putting my car in drive, and I'm about to pull off, and he's shutting the window and goes, God damn! I don't know if that was towards me. I don't know if maybe someone ordered a bunch of things on the speaker, but all right then. Okay, that was all. They deeply admired Greek achievements in philosophy, art. Philosophy? That word sounds so wrong. And literature, and wanted to legitimize their own empire by aligning with a sophisticated and established civilization. So they said, I really like it, but we're going to make a couple changes, but you are the inspo. But why? Just come up with your own stuff, bro. I just like how they come up with things. I like the way that they think of things, like the Pandora box or jar. Disease and stuff just wasn't already on the earth. It's her fault. Everyone's blamed for something. That's what I wanted to ask earlier. How many Greek gods are there? 12 primary Olympian gods. Okay, listen, I was just thinking about this the other day. Why is Zeus the king of the gods? Lightning, storms. Not even storms, just lightning. Why isn't Hades the king of gods? Because he controls life, punishments of things. He has the whole underworld. He's the king of the underworld. But why isn't... Okay. Hera, goddess of marriage and family. Oh, love Hera. Poseidon, god of the sea and earthquakes. Oh. Demeter, goddess of agriculture and harvest. Athena, goddess of wisdom and warfare. Apollo, god of the sun, music, and prophecy. Ooh! Artemis, goddess of the hunt and the moon. Ares, god of war. Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. Hephaestus, god of fire and the forge. Hermes, the messenger god and god of commerce. Oh, we love Hermes, bro. I've never heard anything I've never heard of him doing anything bad. Oh! And Hermes fell in love with a swift-footed Cretan princess named Apemsine, who refused his advances. He laid slippery animal hides in her path after she slipped when she told her brother believed she was making an excuse and kicked her to death. Ow! Hermes. What the hell, man? Theft and deception. On the exact day he was born, he slipped out of his cradle to steal sacred cattle from his brother Apollo. When Apollo confronted him, Hermes vehemently lied to his face, though they eventually made peace when Hermes gifted him the lyre? Petty vengeance. He turned a man named Battus into stone for breaking a bribe and revealing his theft. Similarly, he transformed the princess Agrilos into stone after she demanded bribes to let him see her sister. Okay, Hermes, I take it back. You are one of the most... Oh! Who is the most problematic Greek god? I think I know the answer. It's probably Zeus. Ah! Hera? Why is Hera? Ares and Poseidon make sense. But Hera, the queen of the gods, is notoriously vengeful. Right, vengeful. While she's the goddess of marriage and family, she's also exclusively used her power to torment, curse, and destroy Zeus's mortal lovers and their innocent children. Children? Girl. Okay. Alright. Who is the most peaceful Greek god? Oh, I wish I knew how to say that name. Title most chill. The peacemaker was humble, hospitable, and avoided drama. She even surrendered her permanent seat on Mount Olympus to Dionysus to prevent arguments among the other gods. Oh, can I be friends with her? Okay, wait, we're gonna figure out who this is. Copy. We're gonna, boom, paste. Ancient Greek goddess of hearth, home, and state. As the firstborn of the Titans. Oh, right. Let's see images. Oh, she's so pretty in this. She looks so pretty. Oh, wow. Okay. All domains. Character known as the gentlest and most peaceful of the Olympians. She remained an eternal virgin after rejecting the advances of Poseidon and Apollo because she avoided divine drama. She has very few mythological stories compared to her siblings. Oh. What is the most famous... Wait. Who is Okay, wait. Sorry, guys. I'm blanking on questions because I have a bunch. Because I want to know, like, I want to know how to say her name. How do you pronounce Hestia? Can you hear my chickens? Play. Hestia. Oh, how do you pronounce Hestia? Okay. Okay, wait. I actually will keep this tab open for other words. I probably should have done this for other things, but it's okay. Oops. Control A. Control A. Ow. Okay. Wait. Now my chickens are gonna annoy me. They do this when I'm trying to sleep, too. Oh my gosh, I just realized I never turned on my light. Well, there's 2 lights. Hold on, guys. Didn't really do anything. Who is the most famous Greek god? I mean, there's a lot of them. Zeus. Why? Why was Zeus made king? Why was Zeus made king of the gods? He's not even, like, why is Zeus king of gods and not Hades? Zeus won the draw and became the supreme. Because of luck? He won because of luck? This is ridiculous. Who is Zeus scared of? Nyx, the primal. Zeus is said to have backed down in fear or reverence during a famous encounter with her son, Hypnos, the god of sleep. After Zeus punished Hypnos for putting him to sleep, Hypnos fled to the cave of his mother Nyx, knowing she was older, more ancient, and far more powerful than him. Zeus chose not to enter her cave to retrieve Hypnos and let him go. Why is Zeus scared of Nyx? Why is Zeus scared of Nyx? Stems from her status as a primordial deity, older and fundamentally different from the Olympians. She represented an ancient cosmic force rather than pure terror. Myth suggests he held a deep reverential awe for her natural order. So he's like, nah, you got some sort of power that I admire you too much. I can't do anything to you. Okay, Nyx birthed some of the most formidable and unavoidable forces in existence, including death, doom, and the fates. Okay, so that makes sense. Was Hades... Oh, shoot. Hades bitter about Zeus? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to ask. Hades was generally not portrayed as bitter towards Zeus. They had a cooperative, brotherly relationship. Hades respected Zeus's rule, and in return, Zeus went as far as helping Hades arrange his marriage to Persephone. Oh, yeah, Persephone and Zeus. I want to... Wait. Hades and Persephone. I need to refresh. The iconic Greek story used to explain the changing of the seasons. Okay, the abduction. While Persephone, daughter of Zeus and harvest goddess Demeter, was gathering flowers, Hades burst through a chasm in the earth and carried her off to the underworld to be his wife. The uproar. Demeter, heartbroken and furious, neglected her duties, causing crops to wither? What? To wither, and the earth to experience the first winter. The pomegranate seeds. To force a compromise, Zeus demanded Persephone's return. However, Hades tricked or offered her pomegranate seeds to eat because she consumed food of the dead. She was bound to the underworld forever. Dang it! The compromise. Zeus brokered a deal. Persephone would spend a portion of the year with Hades in the underworld and the rest with Demeter on Earth. I really hope I'm saying that name. Copy. Select. Paste. Demeter. I was saying it right. Okay. Oh. What was the worst thing Hades did? I hope it's not. Yeah, the worst thing he did was the abduction of Persephone. Ooh, what is the most heartbreaking Greek myth? Story of... Oh, dang it! I wish it was a different one. But that one is really sad. That, like... Because he was like, okay, I'm in the clear now. Dang it, no! I wasn't in the clear. What is the second? I want to hear one that I've never heard before. Orpheus and... I know! The second most is generally the type of heartbreak you value most. Okay. The myth of Alcestis? Okay, select. Paste. We're gonna figure it out. Alcestis. Oh, look at me go. Alcestis. Okay. The ultimate romantic sacrifice. The story. King Admetus was doomed to die. The god Apollo convinced the fates to spare Admetus, but on the condition that someone else had to die in his place. None of his elderly parents or friends would do... Why? Out of absolute devotion, his young wife, Alcestis, stepped forward to take his place and died so he could live. No! Why? The heartbreak. The grief of Admetus was profound, and the moment Alcestis must leave her small children to go to the underworld is devastating, though Hercules eventually wrestles death and brings her back. The initial loss is incredibly painful, though. The myth of Eurycus and Daedalus, the cost of ambition. Is this when he flies too close? Yeah. The myth of Cassandra, the burden of foreknowledge. Oh! I don't think I know this one. Cassandra, a Trojan princess, was blessed with the gift of prophecy by Apollo. When she later rejected his romantic advances, he cursed her. She would always see the future, but no one would ever believe her. Oh. She had to live through the physiological torture of knowing exactly how and when her family and her city would be completely destroyed, watching her loved ones march to their deaths while everyone around her mocked her as a mad woman. This brings me to my next question. The ancient Greeks designed them as amplified reflections of humanity rather than flawless moral ideals. So they're just like humans! Their anger, their reasonings, their morals, they're just like humans and they make mistakes too. Okay. Why? Why is Greek mythology important? Yeah. It provides a universal language for literature, art, and physiologically, psychological, psychology. Okay. We know what the first Greek myth was? Oops, I didn't spell it right. The very first myth can't be pinned down, definitely because these stories started as oral traditions, we do know where the earliest written origin story comes from. Okay. Whoa, this is the oldest surviving systematic text that explains the creation of Greek universe. In this poem, the very first thing to exist is chaos. I did not know that. The primordials from chaos sprang, the first beings Gaia, the earth, Tartarus, the underworld, and Eros, love. The first generation, Gaia, gave birth to Uranus, the starry sky, and together they became the parents of the Titans, like Cronus and Rhea, who eventually gave birth to the Olympian gods. Olympian? What? You can read a detailed breakdown. No! I wonder. Videos. Birth of gods. 14 minutes. 2 hours. Oh my lord, I just want a short video. Okay. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Here we go. I'm gonna mute this mic. What the frick? Wait. Okay.
In the beginning, there was chaos, a formless void from which all things would eventually emerge. From chaos came Gaia, the earth, Tartarus, the underworld, and Eros, love. Gaia then gave birth to Uranus, the sky, who became her husband. Together they produced the Titans, the Cyclops, and giants with 50 heads and 100 arms. However, Uranus feared the power of his children and kept them locked away, buried inside Gaia, causing her great pain. Gaia devised a plan to free her children. She asked the help of Cronus, one of the Titans. She gave him a sickle and instructed him to castrate Uranus. Cronus followed through, overthrowing his father and becoming the ruler of the cosmos. From the blood of Uranus, Gaia birthed the Furies, the giants, and the nymphs of ash trees. Uranus's severed genitals fell into the sea, causing foam to rise. From this sea foam emerged Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Cronus then married his sister, Rhea, and together they ruled over the cosmos. However, Cronus had been warned that one of his children would overthrow him, so he devoured each of his offspring as they were born. Rhea was unhappy and devised a plan to save her sixth child, Zeus, from his father. When Zeus was born, Rhea hid him away on the island of Crete and presented Cronus with a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes. He promptly swallowed it, believing it to be the baby. Zeus grew up, and with the help of a Titaness, devised a potion to make Cronus regurgitate his siblings. With his siblings free, Zeus led a rebellion against Cronus and the Titans. After a fierce battle, Zeus and his siblings emerged victorious, casting Cronus and the Titans down into Tartarus. Zeus became the ruler of the cosmos, with his brothers Poseidon and Hades sharing dominion over the sea and the underworld respectively. Together, they established Mount Olympus as their dwelling place and ruled over the universe as the Olympian gods. But that's another story.
I already knew all that because my teachers, we always had a unit of Greek mythology at some point for some reason at school, and we always started from the beginning. So I know the beginning of the story pretty well. So I guess that makes sense that would be the start of things. So yeah, alright, that's fair. I think that's going to do it for me. I'm sorry this is a shorter episode. Well, I guess it's probably nice to have a shorter episode. But yeah, I feel like last time I posted I was jumping between things a lot. So maybe just sticking to this one topic was fine. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you next week. 'Cause times are getting tough. Not really. I'm just having a hard time figuring out good scheduling stuff, but it's okay. We got this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I will see you next week. Bye!